morning. Welcome to JoyNews Desk. We're coming to you live from our studios in Kokomlemle. We're on DTT because we're free to air on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 125. Coming up this morning, Information Minister rejects U.S. travel advisory alert to LGBTQI travelers, saying he disagrees with emerging threats, warning amidst anti-LGBTQI legislation. Also this morning, Supreme Court Judge Justice Kolendi stresses moral integrity as vital for effective justice administration in the country. And in our election headquarters today, we tell you about the Energy Ministry PRO Kwesi Obingfosu battling with Deputy NYA CEO Akosia Menu for the Adenton seat. Many thanks for choosing us. Let's get to the details. I disagree with U.S. travel advisory alert to LGBTQI travelers. That's according to Information Minister Kojo Oponkroma, rejecting claims there are emerging threats against the community if the anti-LGBTQI bill is passed in its present form. The United States government last week updated its travel advisory alert to LGBTQI plus travelers coming to Ghana after its Ambassador Virginia Palmer warned of a possible blacklisting and ban on Ghanaian businesses dealing if the bill is passed in its present form. Speaking to the media in Accra, Information Minister Kojo Oponkroma insisted Ghana is a sovereign nation and it will stick to its position on such matters.
Honorable, the U.S. Embassy has raided Ghana. According to them, we have laws that puts us threat to the person who Are you worried about that?
We disagree with them on that. Is there any other question?
We are a sovereign nation. What are we doing to that?
We disagree with them on that. We'll continue with what we believe is our governance principles.
Let's get on to other stories on JoyNews Desk this morning. Supreme Court Judge Justice Emmanuel Yonikolendi has emphasized the crucial link between moral integrity and administration of justice in the country. Justice Yonikolendi says individuals with deprived morality should not be entrusted with the responsibility of dispensing justice. He highlighted the significance of impartiality in judicial proceedings and the necessity to instill confidence in Ghanaians regarding the credibility of legal verdicts. He made these remarks on the law Sunday while sharing insights on the topic, Court of Competent Jurisdiction. Listen.
There's been a rather unfortunate castigation, judgment, indictment of judges in the judiciary. I didn't realize how the extent to which judges are bastardized and spoken about in lowly terms and with suspicion until I became one.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, is this what I really bargained for? And sometimes, more often than not, it's all inflamed by misunderstanding, lack of information, lack of the education on what we do, how we do it, what the rules that the people have provided for us allow us to do, etc., etc. And where there is, for want of a better word, ignorance, then there's a huge potential for those who are up to mischief to manipulate the system, to incite the people, right, and position people to have an anti-court, anti-due process, anti-judiciary posture. Who are you when they say you are a judge? Mm-hmm. You're actually a trustee and a servant of the people trying to administer justice in their name, for them, and on their behalf. And so at best, the judge in all that decoration is a decorated servant of the people, exercising trust power which doesn't belong to the judge or the court, because sovereignty and justice emanate from the people. So in terms of the software that you need, the ethical base, the core values, which being a person of high moral standing and proving character speak to, that software, whether you are sitting in the lowest court or in the highest court, is the same denominator, because a dishonest man should not come anywhere near the sanctuary of justice, even at the most basic level. a person of depraved morality who is known among his peers to be of no good report cannot purport or pretend to administer justice because of the element of impartiality and the need to engender the confidence of the people who receive your verdict.
You have Justice Uni Kolendi. He's a justice of the Supreme Court. Now, it is a two-horse race between PRO of the Energy Ministry, Kwesi Obeng-Fosu, and Deputy CEO of the NYA, Akosua Manu-Kosi, as the two battle to lead the NPP in their Denton constituency. These two have stolen the spotlight as a third candidate, Winfred Nate, a polling station chairman, struggles to catch up. As we begin our build-up to the NPP's parliamentary primaries in the orphan constituencies, we shine the spotlight on the Denton constituency where the race is heated. Kwekwa Sante of our Legal Affairs Desk reports.
The Adentan constituency remains one of the key battlegrounds in Ghana's political landscape. No member of parliament for Adentan has been re-elected since 2004 when the constituency was created. The NDC has won the constituency 3 times, while the NPP has won it twice. And as the NPP prepares to elect a candidate to represent it ahead of the crucial 2024 election, the race has become heated as 3 persons lock horns vying to lead their party to unseat the incumbent NDC MP, Ademu Ramadan. PRO of the Energy Ministry, Kwesi Obeng-Fosu, believes he is the party's best bet towards attaining this goal.
As number one indicates a leader. If you have chosen one, you're already in the lead. It means you are one and all the others are behind you. You understand? And oneness in its form means unity. So it means I am a symbol of unity. I'm the one that can bring everybody together. In the issue of Adenka, anytime we are united, anytime we come together, we win. So we are far ahead. Just as I said, we are winning this contest. And because of that, our focus now is the NDC. So we have advised ourselves that we are not going to antagonize anybody. We're going to speak the language of unity, loud, and then ensure that we have peace so that we can win these primaries successfully and then go ahead to win the general elections, both for the presidential and then the parliamentary for the MP.
Kwesi Obeng-Fosu says he speaks and understands the language of delegates more than any of his contenders. He is facing an uphill task as he goes against Deputy CEO of the National Youth Authority, Akosua Manu-Kosi. She wants to be the first female MP for Adentan, but not only that, she believes she is the best person to lead the party to unseat Ademu Ramadan.
My campaign, one of the themes is the big tent. Why? Because the big tent is, as the delegates have said, Apatakesia. Everybody can come into the safety net of Kosi because she is welcoming, she's open, and she didn't take part in any of the divisive games that existed in 2020. And I believe that's the strongest selling point for me when it comes to that. And it also goes to what I believe is the dynamics. Again, it goes back to what they are crying out for, that let's give it to a female. Yes, there's been a parliamentary candidate who was female, but she didn't get the nod. But let's try it this time around, even when members of the opposition wished they had voted for a female as a parliamentary candidate.
The third aspirant, Winfred Nate, who is a polling station chairman in the constituency, cast himself as a grassroots candidate, but given his low popularity compared to Kwesi Obeng-Fosu and Akosua Manu, who are all national figures within the NPP, some have said the race has become a 2-horse race between Kwesi Obeng-Fosu and Akosua Manu. The NPP is confident it will win Adentan because no MP wins twice, but it's obvious the quality and popularity of the candidate they elect will play a significant role towards this quest. It's a few days to the election, and the candidates are ramping up campaign with a number of social activities. So who wins? Time, as always, will tell.
The Cybersecurity Authority says it is unable to investigate and successfully prosecute many of the reported cyber attacks, including child pornography, cyberbullying, and sextortion, among others, due to its inability to track and identify the associated sources. The Director General of the Cybersecurity Authority, Dr. Albert Nchubwe-Siako, speaking at the press launch of the Global Conference on Cyber Capacity Building in Accra, said the authority is moving heavily to awareness creation and education to deal with the existing gap.
Currently, the law criminalizes extortion, which, as a journalist, you know, that's the most rampant form of what? Cyber attack targeting our teenagers. And we have evidence of that provision being used to what? To prosecute people who have caused harm to some of our young people. So that is just the legislative standpoint, and I think that was crucial. To deal with this from the criminal justice standpoint, you need a law. We have done that. You won't find many African countries having that. Again, in context. But I have also mentioned that even, and my colleagues are here, I wish them to admit to that, even the wealthy countries, Chris, you've been a prosecutor of a U.S. government. Now, cybercrime cases, not even the wealthy countries like Chris' country, can successfully investigate, prosecute, and adjudicate more than 10% of cases that are reported. Let's say if you take our national set, almost every attempted attack or successful attack, sometimes tracing becomes almost impossible. Even when you trace, attribution becomes almost what? Impossible. In other words, what I'm saying is, it is extremely difficult to just target what? Investigating and prosecutions. Awareness creation becomes the most important tool to reduce this. And I think the authority, what we are targeting is, if we are able to, and I want to situate the same example to Momo fraud, if we are able to educate the public, educate extensively, that means it has to go beyond Joy FM discussions or assassin, but going to, because Momo is everywhere, isn't it? If we are able to go to every part of the country to raise awareness that some of these schemes are socially engineered, we're likely to prevent 75% of what? Momo cases. Then you allow law enforcement to handle about 25%, and even you give them a target. Out of the 25%, if they can successfully investigate and prosecute 5% of that, that is a major success. I think we need to understand cybercrime is not like a traditional crime.
6 business associations which will be affected by the import restrictions bill have submitted a petition to Parliament in opposition to the proposed LI. The groups under the umbrella name Joint Business Consultative Forum include the Ghana Union of Traders Associations, GUTA, Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders, Chamber of Automobile Dealership Ghana, and the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The bill, if passed, will restrict the importation of 22 products in the country. I'll share with you details of the petition that the 6 business group have sent to Parliament. They say, we, the Joint Business Consultative Forum, we hereby petition Parliament of the Republic of Ghana through your esteemed committee to annul the proposed LI seeking to restrict the importation of 22 selected items in Ghana. We strongly oppose this LI on the following grounds. The price of most products mentioned in the Ministry of Trade and Industry policy proposal will result in serious price hikes as competition will be severely restricted. The minister is the ultimate decision maker on which companies end up trading in each of these items. This will eventually lead to a monopolistic or position for a few select businesses in the country at the expense of many smaller businesses. The permit system will definitely hinder the flow of goods from exporting countries to receivers in Ghana, since importers will no longer be able to rely on market demands to dictate the quantities to be ordered, as companies will be at the whims of the Minister of Trade and Industry. Typically, orders would normally take a minimum of 3 months from purchase date to delivery, assuming there are no bureaucratic involvement in the decision-making process. It's always important to remember that there are no instant buttons one can press that will deliver the goods to you overnight. And it's all about planning and anticipation. There is already an increase in smuggling from neighboring countries of these items due to the porous nature of our borders. The introduction of the quota system is going to create high levels of corruption, as import permits will be issued to cronies and favorites or to the highest bidder. I've been joined via Zoom by the president of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obeng. I'm grateful for your time, sir.
Right there.
Mr. Obeng, government has actually explained the reason behind the introduction of this LI. They want to ban certain goods from entering the country so that we can patronize locally made goods. Why don't you understand and cooperate with government on this?
Yeah, we actually cooperate with government, and we understand that we need to industrialize, and that we will be the first people to know the importance of this exercise, because we travel to other destinations where they have made conscious efforts to add values to their raw materials, to enhance on their production, where through their self-sufficiency and even surplus, we go to those corridors to buy the goods. But here, how we have structured the LI and how we are going about it is not going to help us achieve our aims. We've put the aim behind and then just putting the restriction ahead. And that's why we are calling that we are the people who consume all the goods that are manufactured in the country. And then the shortfall is what we bring from outside. So it's very important that our views are also taken in situations like this. Because manufacturing is not complete unless it reaches the final consumer, and we serve as that vehicle. So we are as equally important as the manufacturers themselves. And it's very important that whatever thing that we do not do it in a manner that will also destroy the distributive sector of the economy. And so we have said that we have to know the timelines involved in this. We have to know some information. We have to be provided for with some data and the roadmaps, and which hasn't come. It shouldn't be said that they are going to hand over this permit to us in perpetuity, that forever, and that whether there's a solution or not, that's what they are interested. What we want to do is to journey along with the timelines. For instance, if we say that we want to enhance on rice production so that we can attain self-sufficiency, this the roadmap to attain that is very important for us to know. So we can say that we consume 1.2 million metric tons a year, and that what we produce locally is 400,000. I'm saying this for example. I don't have the facts. And so if that is the case, then when we restrict the importation of these items, please, can you hear me?
Yes, please, go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, when we restrict the importation of these items, the next year we are going to achieve 600,000 metric tons of local production. The following year, 200,000. The following year, another 200,000. That will make it a million. And then by the 6th year, we have attained full sufficiency. In this case, we are journeying along with you, and then we can hold on to the times. When we are not able to achieve and added anything, then we can say that it's a waste of our time and that we are not able to deliver based on the time that you provided. I think when we demand this, we haven't done anything. So we need the data and we need comprehensive information. We also need to know whether there's rules and engagement for the protected industries, factories who are going to be protected. Because are we not going to do anything that is going to create monopolistic tendencies in these companies, where sometimes we are traders, we have the opportunity to bring our own goods, we have been restricted. And then when we want to buy from the local manufacturers, they will say, no, we have our appointed distributors and agents and you cannot buy from it. It means that our business is going to be spoiled in favor of somebody who is not prepared even to supply to us. Have you done all that to make sure that we are comparing prices? We haven't done anything to compare prices, so that we said that when we were going, starting this program of restriction, prices were like this, and now the local manufacturers have arbitrarily increased the prices, and so we have to punish or sanction them or allow people also to bring. We have to make regulations to make sure that we are doing it well, so that the whole program will be a success, and that it shouldn't be seen that we are just being punished unnecessarily because we are importing.
I've heard the former trade minister, for instance, explain that Nigeria passed same law and it worked. So if it worked in other countries, why can't it work in Ghana?
Where did it work?
Nigeria. When they banned the importation of foreign rice and they were dealing with their own local rice. And I mean, according to him, that if you go to Nigeria, for instance, a lot of people patronize locally manufactured rice instead of importing. And this is how they all started.
Yeah. So we do not know. Nigeria did the rice. They did the closure for a year, and they were able to achieve a full, if I will call it, self-sufficiency within a year or a year and a half. It means that they were almost there. So what are the figures that also we have to also show to the Ghanaian public? That Nigeria was about 80% to achieve self-sufficiency, and then they were being disturbed by importation, and so they curtailed importation. And so if we have the figures, let's show the figures of Nigeria as against the figures of Ghana. This is all that we are talking. So we do not do this in abstract. We do not just say that some country did it and they were able to do. What were the measures that Nigeria put in place? What were the seedlings of the rice that Nigeria brought? What were the subsidies that they provided in that industry? We have relegated the objectives behind and just talking about how to restrict this product. We are not saying that we do not want this thing to work, but even we are saying this because we want it even to work better. And that's the reason why we are saying, because we are not going to sit down to be restricted and given permit forever.
That's what the trade minister seems so certain about this LI. How do you intend to push for the LI not to pass?
No, we are not saying that people must not misquote us. We are saying that we have to hold on and then we engage. And then even the list that have been given to us need to be pulled down. Because the list, if you look at sugar, do we have production of sugar yet? We know that there's a factory that is working on it. Have it even started in earnest that we can say that, okay, let's start this on sugar? If you talk about certain other items like cars. Do we need import license or permit to import a car at this time? Have we achieved? Are we so industrialized in car manufacturing that cars are bounced at affordable prices and that we do not have to break again? No. So even the list itself have to be pulled down, and then those that we have comparative advantage we dwell on so that we can have a better results. Not that we just lump everything together, those that we can do and those that we cannot do, just to restrict importation. But the import that we do it to complement the local production, and nobody can take it away from us. You understand?
Yeah.
And it's there to serve a purpose and serve the generality of Ghanaians. That it should not be said that after we have been restricted, prices of goods and services have gone up. What assurances are we giving that when we do this, price is not going to increase prices of goods and services? How are we going to do to even help the manufacturers themselves in terms of competitiveness?
So your petition, so you submitted your petition to Parliament?
Yeah, we've sent it to Parliament. We know by now they should have it. We prepared it yesterday night, and then we delivered it. Yeah.
What has been the response from Parliament?
Yeah, our secretary, Mr. Awuni, have called on the Select Committee on Trade chairman, and then he has told us a couple of things to do, so we are doing it and then resend our petition again. Yeah.
I'm grateful for your time. Dr. Joseph Obeng is president of GUTA, and they say that they will ensure that the government does the needful, even if it has to pass the LI to restrict imports of those strategic product. Let's get on to other stories. The Forest Industries Association of Ghana, FIAG, is making collaborative efforts with various stakeholders to mitigate the environmental impact of forestry activities whilst optimizing economic benefits, highlighting the prevalence of illegal activities affecting our forests. The group says adhering to standard practices can unlock significant business opportunities for the green and circular economy. The association believes the timber industry can fetch the country more returns if activities are regulated to reflect green standards.
According to the CEA, environmental degradation costs $6.3 billion annually, representing nearly 11% of Ghana's 2017 GDP. Deforestation, coupled with unsustainable activities affecting the timber and forestry industry, is ravaging government revenue and communities of positive impacts. The Forest Industries Association of Ghana is aiming at enforcing a green economy by partnering with stakeholders to ensure acceptable and impactful timber and forest operations. Chief Executive Officer of the association, Dr. Kwame Asamoah Adam, indicates the effort is desired to reduce environmental risk and ecological scarcity for sustainability.
The forest can be damaged to a certain limit that will not recover for our businesses to grow. The place that we are taking our resources also provide other services to humanity in terms of good air, water sustainability, climate amelioration. And we believe that we've moved that far such that our footprints on the natural resources is a bit detrimental to our own industry, and therefore there is a need to look at newer ways of doing things. And one of the concepts that has engaged our attention is the concept of green economy.
Dr. Adams spoke at the first annual general meeting of the Forest Industries Association of Ghana. The meeting assembled industry players and experts under the theme, Perspective of Green Economy in Ghana Forestry. Dr. Adam is certain implementation of green economic methods will improve revenue optimization and create business opportunities.
Now we are dependent on raw material from everywhere. We are encouraging people to plant trees in their farms, to plant trees in their backyard, which later they can sell if they want to sell to processing companies. We're asking communities to reserve some of their areas, for timber production or for tree growth, which is a very big economic activity. Just like people have come out from outside, from South Africa, from Netherlands, acquiring large tracts of land in Ghana to plant trees and converting them to very marketable products. And so there is an opportunity to make money in the forestry sector.
Chief Executive of the Forestry Commission, John Aluti, speaking on behalf of the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, emphasized government support for tree growers and timber industry players.
The ministry, through the Forest Investment Program, has begun the process of disbursing an amount of $7 million loan to the small and medium-scale tree growers at concessionary interest rates to boost investments in forest plantations as a commercial activity. I implore you all to take advantage of this loan scheme to increase the raw material base of the dwindling timber industry.
Reporting for JoyNews, Clinton Yabua.
Enrollment in Asotwe MA school in the Ejuswa municipality has dwindled over the period due to lack of educational materials, including classrooms and desks. This makes teaching and learning a daily struggle for the only school serving the Asotwe enclave. As an intervention, the former national chairman of the NPP, Peter McMenu, has constructed a classroom block and an ultra-modern ICT lab for the Asotwe MA school to improve education in the area. Here's a report by Clinton Yabua once again.
Classrooms, desks, and educational amenities. Students and teachers lack a designated and conducive space for focused learning and teaching. Pupils in Asotwe MA school are compelled to share limited spaces on packed school desks, affecting their learning experience. Former national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Peter McMenu, has commissioned the KG classroom block, 100 drawer desks, and an ultramodern, fully furnished ICT laboratory for Asotwe MA Basic School. Head teacher of Asotwe MA Primary School, Alberta Simpson, showing appreciation for the gesture, described the critical condition pupils and teachers endured.
We are a cluster of schools, and it was our KG block that was not completed. So sometimes people didn't even want to bring their children to our school. So now that we have gotten a completed block, it's painted, the place it looks very nice. I'm sure it's going to increase enrollment. And we are in the computer age, and we also have computing as a subject. So it's necessary that we get computers so that the children, as they learn the theory, they can also practice it, and it will go a long way to help them in their learning.
Peter McMenu is certain that infrastructure will help pupils find alternative creative learning spaces and improve their digital skills.
The Metropolitan Chief Executive, he sought my assistance, and readily, with education under our able leadership, Nana Dodako Akufo-Addo and Dr. Abomey, it's been our trump card. So readily I accepted that I'll provide the additional dual desk for the remaining students who didn't have. So we came here today to donate the desk, and in addition, inaugurate an ICT lab I also built for the community, the Asotwe community. So the computer lab is going to assist them delve into various aspects of life. And in this digital age, which our own Dr. Abomey has pioneered so well, children should not be left out, so that they will become part of the digital community in Ghana and globally.
Reporting for JoyNews, Clinton Yabua.
Still on education, Country Director for non-governmental organization Action Aid Ghana, John Nko, has called on development partners to prioritize provision of infrastructure and furniture for basic schools in the country. He says providing school children with infrastructure and furniture will enhance teaching and learning at the schools. John Nko made the statement at Kunchuri, where Action Aid Ghana donated 147 wooden and metal desks to pupils of the Kunchuri Basic School. JoyNews' Upper West Regional correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
One major challenge faced by basic schools across the country is the issue of inadequate furniture. Available statistics from the Ministry of Education estimated the number of basic school pupils without dual desks in the country peg around 2.2 million. Narrowing the figures to the Jiriba municipality, Jiriba Municipal Director of the Ghana Education Service, Hudu Alkali Kunate, said the municipality has a furniture deficit of 10,000. The situation is Araba West at Mankuru Konchuri that has 133 pupils who are sharing less than 30 benches.
So we have a deficit of about 10,000 sitting places in our municipality, which we are struggling with in almost all the schools. And I want to come to Konchuri itself. We have 133 pupils in the school here, 133. And it's also interesting to know, Mr. Chairman, that we are also sharing, these 133 kids are also sharing less than 30 benches. That was actually bequeathed to the school by Reverend Benedict some 13 years ago.
Concerned about the plight of the pupils, Action Aid Ghana, a non-governmental organization, came to their aid and donated a total of 147 wooden and metal furniture to the school. In addition, 2,000 school bags are also procured for onward distribution to pupils in 22 communities across the Jiriba municipality. Action Aid Country Director for Ghana, John Nko, used the opportunity to call on development stakeholders to prioritize the provision of infrastructure and furniture at schools to aid in effective teaching and learning.
The furniture will benefit the classes from the KG level to the junior high school level to aid in effective teaching and learning and contribute towards improving learning outcomes. It is gratifying, ladies and gentlemen, to note that the furniture will benefit about 212 pupils in the school, and that will go a very long way in addressing the furniture gaps of the school. And we take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to continue to call on our development stakeholders to prioritize the provision of furniture and school infrastructure across the country. We call on government in this regard to continue to do what it has been doing to enhance educational development in Ghana, particularly with the provision and enhancement of educational infrastructure and also the provision of furniture across many schools.
Speaking on behalf of the Chief of Mankuri, Gilbert Babine commended Action Aid Ghana for coming to the aid of the people, urging them and other benevolent organizations to help fix other challenges at the school.
The school is now a basic school. That's from KG1 to JSS 3. However, the school has no block for the JSS. Parents, in their own small ways, provided 2 muddy classrooms for JHS 2 and 3, while JHS 1 sit under trees. As I speak, the school is not under the school feeding program, and this is reducing enrollment drastically.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam, Konchuri.
The 2022 Kumasi Road Safety Report has identified tricycle and motorcycle activities as major contributors to road traffic crashes in the metropolis. Public Relations Officer of the Pragia Okada Union of Ghana, Al-Asbat Al-Hassan Sidi, acknowledges the activities are infiltrated with unskilled and unqualified riders who are not under the direction of the union. To instill professionalism, the union says it will henceforth issue special identity cards to members who have undergone training with the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority.
The number of reported road traffic crashes in Kumasi rose from 1,255 to 1,550 from 2021 to 2022, representing a 24% increment. Studies of road injury risk factors on selected corridors found that 30% of drivers in Kumasi, including Praja and Okada riders, were observed speeding. Tricycle riders were recently restricted from plying the Kumasi Central Business District to ease congestion and reckless driving. The Praja Okada Union is ready to enforce mandatory identification tags for members to curtail the rampant road infractions. According to the Public Relations Officer Al-Asbat Al-Hassan Sidi, 65% of tricycle riders in Kumasi are without identity, hence their activities cannot be accounted for.
In Kumasi, Greater Kumasi, we are 11,600 and something. It's more than 65% are not part of the union. So when you go to the authority and complain it to them, they will tell you it's normal because even the constitution has given them that authority. But any member that is part of us, the moment you see the person, you can show or you can equally see, oh, this person at least he is fully oriented and he has gone through training for him to be able to drive a tricycle. Even our identity card that we did for our members does it. So now any person who belongs to our association is having this card as an identity.
City is appealing to authorities to make orientation and driver-centered education programs available to equip tricycle riders.
The way forward is our people need a lot of orientations.
A road safety advocate, the roadmaster, is on the drive to get drivers to adhere to the road safety rules. We'll tell you more in our subsequent bulletins. Right now, let's take a break. We'll return to this business.
It's incredible! Bang on target!
Oh, banana! We should try it, especially my banana.
Your superstation Love 99.5 FM, in partnership with the brilliant minds behind your favorite COD series, KDTL vs. Makola, comes to your latest comedy master, Banana and Melon movie. Meet Henry, a man on a do-or-die mission to win the heart of his lover, Afi. But Afi seems to have other plans.
By the way, are you an Ewe?
Yes, Afi Chikwe.
Oh, Afi, you're lucky.
I'm lucky.
Yes, I'm looking for an Ewe. You're an Ewe.
Starring the incredibly talented Louise Lamis, the fantastic Atidadi, and the lovely Isabella Etona, comedian Kweku 40, and many more. Don't miss the grand premiere in Kumasi on December 2nd at the CCB Auditorium, KNUST, and there are 2 showtimes, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Tickets are available for just 60 Ghana cedis single and 100 Ghana cedis couple. Tickets are available at front desk of Love FM, Poku Trading Supermarket, Adum, IC Cup, KNUST commercial area. Sponsors.
Hi, welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Cow Bank, as part of efforts to expose and support customers to go global with their businesses, has organized a B2B session between Turkish and Ghanaian companies in Istanbul at the second edition of Cow Bank's trade delegation B2B meetings in Turkey. Businesses from both countries came together to explore potential partnerships, collaborations, and trade opportunities. Over 30 Ghanaian businessmen and women, all customers of Cow Bank, participated in the business trip facilitated by Latina Travel and Tours. There's more in the following report.
The trade delegation B2B, held in collaboration with DAKE Turkey-Ghana Business Council, served as a platform for companies to discuss and establish business relations, exchange information, and explore mutual interests. Head of Business Banking at Cow Bank, Daniel Apia, explained the initiative.
Cow Bank, for a long time, actually 30 plus years in Ghana, has been at the forefront of business support. And being an indigenous Ghanaian bank, I believe has been about how we can support businesses in Ghana to go global and do very well. And you know, association brings us results. And the fact that businesses can associate with Cow Bank all over the world gives them credibility. So one of the key things for us for doing this, and this is the second one, and it's not going to be the last one, there's going to be a lot more, has been about exposing businesses who form part of the Cow Bank Business Banking Group to businesses out there, especially introducing them to businesses in Turkey. You know, Turkey has become the new frontier in terms of local business and SMEs. So to find ways and means of introducing them to big players in the Turkish business industry, to help them to be able to, you know, form alliances and partnerships that will help their businesses grow.
He further explained that the objective of the cooperation meeting between Turkish and Ghanaian companies, apart from facilitating networking and interaction between these businesses, are also to open trade and investment opportunities where companies discuss potential agreements, import and export opportunities, and investment prospects. Daniel Apia said that Cow Bank's B2B in Turkey is also to help participants gain insight into the business environment in each country.
In as much as we are looking at meeting businesses here, businesses from Ghana who some are also into production, also looking at export as well into this frontier. Whereas those of them who buy goods and machinery and services from Turkey also looking for cheaper ways of doing business. And what it's better than partnering with a brand like Cow Bank, which gives them credibility out here, so that it helps them to be able to form those partnerships.
Daniel Apia is certain more businesses will join the Cow Bank B2B meetings next year to explore strategies for entering and expanding their presence in the global space.
Now, exhibitors at the just-ended Teachman Business Fair have lauded the organizers of the event, which sought to provide a platform for entrepreneurs across the municipality to conduct business with companies and individuals in the Bono East region and Ghana at large. The initiative, according to the municipal chief executive, Benjamin Yao Jako, will, amongst other things, create jobs for the teeming unemployed youth in the area. Correspondent Anas Sabit has more.
The Teachman Business Fair is a business growth promotional program targeting all entrepreneurs in the small and medium enterprises sector and aims at providing a platform for these entrepreneurs to conduct business with companies and individuals in the municipality, the region, and the country at large. Municipal Chief Executive Benjamin Yao Jako said the move forms part of the Assembly's role in helping promote local businesses and making Techiman a business hub.
It is a platform that we want to bring all customers closer to the traders, so that they can establish stronger bonds and links to enhance their customer base or to enhance their clientele level. So that is the rationale behind this fair.
Mr. Yao Jako emphasized that the fair also seeks to create more jobs as exhibitors seek to expand their businesses.
You know, once people get to know of what you produce, it expands your market. Your customer base expands. Is that not it? And so doing, the demand for your products and services will also have to be increased. So in that sense, the producer of this shoe would need to hire in more apprentices and more laborers. You understand? So that's a great job to our teaming youth who are not in any employable ventures.
Some of these exhibitors shared with us what they brought to the fair.
We are mainly producing onion paste for now. Onion paste. And the name is Akuma Onion Paste. What we are selling is convenience. It's normal onions that we have processed. Our own locally made onions that we have processed into this container and these sachets.
Here at my stand, I basically sell kids' clothing for Christmas, for occasions, for church, for any kind of festive season. I sell kids' clothing, sell kids' shoes. I also sell baby food and then baby products. And so that's what I have brought here to sell.
All right, the 2024 EcoBank JoyNews Habitat Fair will cover more regions. That's according to General Manager in charge of marketing at the Multimedia Group, David Max Fuga. Many patrons walked away yesterday with up to a 70% discount on everything housing. Our first-time exhibitors say they are more than excited about patronage. Maxwell Agba has more in this report.
They came, they saw and enjoyed the big discounts on offer, with Comet's Properties giving as much as 70% discounts on its serviced plots. Our patrons were definitely spoiled for choice. Here are some of them.
My name is Abuaji. Okay. Yes, I'm here on the final day. I've not been here for long, but so far so good. With just a few stands visited, you have a lot of range, whether from land or the construction or everything that you need. And it's much better than going from place to place in Accra with all the hustle and traffic and what have you. So it's a great show. I've been coming for a couple of years now, and I'm sure I'll keep coming. Okay.
My name is Tieku. And you know, Joy Habitat Fair is a big fair. I've been coming every year. Okay. And it's a good thing. I love it. I pray that in future it will grow big and big and big. So that more people will see what we have here in Ghana so that we can network. True. That's my belief.
I see you have a lot of leaflets.
Yes, like I do every year. I've collected some few brochures and I've bought some few items too. So I will...
You'll be calling
them, yes, and then do some purchase. Even my plumber will follow up, God willing, tomorrow for some few plumbing shops that I've met, and then we'll go for their product as well.
Frida. Yeah, I like what I see. I think it's a very good exhibition. Yeah, I think you should continue because it brings a lot of people together and you can be able to make your choices here.
I have been an ardent follower of the EcoBank JoyNews Habitat Fair. Okay. I think from 2018, where it was organized at the Providence Event Center at a trade fair. Yeah, I've been following you, even for the mini clinics and all that. Wow. And then I'm always looking out for the grand one. Wow. And that's why I'm here today. And I like this year's theme. And I think there are very juicy offers around. Looking for a property so I can also take decisions on other things.
And that's it for this segment. The news continues after the break.
One, two, give me the dance. Let's go, say.
Hello, with everybody for you. Body just shake below.
Your favorite TV game show, Step Up, is back with another amazing season. This time, we are stepping up with Syntax Tank, Step up with Syntex Tank. We'll see contestants answer questions of their choice and win over 6,000 Ghana Cedis cash prize weekly and other products from our sponsors. This season, viewers at home should watch out for the Syntex Tank question of the week. Be the first to answer correctly via WhatsApp or send SMS to 050-833-8888 and win incredible prizes. The person who answers most of the weekly questions correctly and fastest gets a 65-inch Samsung TV at the end of the season. Step up with Syntex Tank, showing on Joy Prime every Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Sponsored by Bell Eyes, MTN Momo, Angel Cola. Powered by Syntex Tank. Joy Prime, your ultimate experience.
And that's how we wrap up the bulletin this morning. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.